Johnson, and this is Focus on Liberia. Hit it! From Cape Mount to Cape Palmer, mountain back to Atlantic Ocean, oh, Bomi Hills to Bokonjre, to educate, elevate, and promote. Talk about home affairs, hey, in diaspora, current affairs, hey, reliable information, history, ooh, talking about culture, hey, politics, education, entertainment, business, sports, advertisement, articulation. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. From Monday.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I...
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh-oh, did we lose our man? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Monrovia. Good afternoon, Monrovia. Good evening to all of our fans around the globe. You are joining Focus on Liberia here on Kear Radio, FM 95.9. Welcome. We're happy to have you. Today we have an exciting show. We have our reporter. He's out, and he is mingling and co-mingling with everyday Liberians. We want to hear from our people out there on what's going on. We know that there's been a lot of talk in the town, anywhere from the drug situation to economics. School about to open, so we want to know how are things going, how the tuition going, how are people getting their kids to school. We want to talk with marketers on how their goods are going. But first of all, we're gonna talk to our people. So first, I will start with Mr. Sia, who has joined me this morning. Mr. Sia, good morning.
Well, Michael, it's good to be here. Good morning from the great state of Minnesota yet, and good afternoon to our people in Liberia. It's good to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then we'll go to studio, and in studio we'll have the Honorable James. James, I don't like to pronounce, especially people's last name. I don't like to pronounce people's last name wrong. It's very important to me. So please call your full name for me so I can get it correct.
So my name is James Wakwe.
Wakwe. Okay. I got it. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being there, being our producer this morning. And I'm hoping we're gonna have a fabulous show. And then finally, out to our reporter in the field. Sir, how are you doing this morning?
He's muted or something.
Sir, are you there? You are muted. Are you there? All right, all right. So, of course, as you guys know, it's
Sir, you need to
Liberia.
unmute.
And sometimes the internet can be a little challenging here, but we'll
Yeah,
continue to
very,
work with it.
very, very terrible sometimes in Liberia.
Yes.
Okay,
All
yes.
right.
Listen,
I believe we have some.
listen to afternoon and good evening, good morning to hear the last Julian Star Dustin Marriott Union. We are coming live to you from Scotland Brook, Bomi County, from the famous Saturday market in Scotland City, where the Excellency President Susan Numa Bakar and Her Excellency President of the Republic of Liberia, Katimu Wabwaka, usually spend their weekend after having a long day of work in Central Monrovia and across here in Bomi County. So we are here to interact with the marketers, the vendors, the buyers, and maybe some passerby on issues surrounding the government and the business in our country.
Okay. All right. Wow. Yeah, we're really in the market for food. It is quite
The
the
Lord
audio is quite interesting there. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That was our reporter out in the field. Sir Mbayo, he is out in Topmanburg. As we know, the first lady is from Bomi, and that is where the president has his farm. And so they usually spend, as he was saying, their weekends in Bomi. So we are out in Bomi today. We are going to be talking to marketeers. Hopefully, we can get a better audio, and we can hear from the people on what is going on in their lives. How are they making ends meet? And you know how they see their government, and what, most importantly, what work they need from their government. So we will be getting back to them on that note. So sir, hang in there tight. We'll be getting back on them. First of all, I just wanted to talk to get your impression, Mr. Sear. You know, the president traveled to this morning. He's on his way to Japan. There has been lots of talk concerning the delegation that the president is taking with him to China. I believe the number of officials are up to 23. And after that, I mean, when you put in the support staff, you know, the president has to go with the support staff, the bodyguards, the domestic servants, the secretaries, and all those other people are putting the number as high as 50 people going to Japan for a week. What do you think, man? I mean, in this day and age, I mean, what's your take on this?
Well, Michael, the first question I ask myself is, what is the change? If you look at how the WIA government did it and how President Boakat and the Unity Party doing it now, what is the change? I am aware that President WIA on the CDC delegation was very huge. At one point, they went to China. I remember the total number of delegates was about 50. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, about 50 persons were on that delegation to China. And that was when they were talking about a $1 billion mineral swap that never got materialized. And if you look at the number of persons we're talking about, then you're talking about air ticket. And at the time, Mr. Samuel Twell, the finance minister, then needed to be there. He had changed a ticket in Ghana, and it has cost him 25,000 United States dollars. Mm-hmm. He was the finance minister. He needed to be there because we were talking about $1 billion now that they were trying to bring to the country. We saw them in buses and so on and so forth, and they came back. That mineral swap, that $1 billion mineral swap never materialized.
Yeah.
So if you look at the cost of ticket, the cost of hotel plus per diem for 50 persons, more than likely you're talking around $500,000 here.
Wow.
Especially when the president is involved. You mentioned, his security details and all that.
Yep.
That government is not going to pay for it. And the other thing that they do is that, Michael, they never tell us the budget of each of the trips.
Mhm.
It should not be secret. When the president is traveling or when a government delegation is traveling, they should tell us how many percent going,
Mhm.
what is the cost. We need to know. It shouldn't be secret, but they would never tell us because they know within themselves that if they make that information public, we will be alarmed about the level of insensitivity. And this is not the first trip the president is going with a huge delegation. And so I don't see the change. I don't see the difference. This is the same, if not worse, because if you promise you yet to rescue, all right, and now you are not rescuing the people, but you are doing more of the same, then it's even worse in my judgment.
Yeah.
And why we say this, Michael, there are schools that are in terrible shape. If $500,000 can renovate what Common High, for example, put computers in there and make sure it get to a modern state.
Yeah.
All right. Why are we not spending our money very wisely?
Yes, I totally. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. It is troubling. It is troubling. James, man, your president left. He left the country the money on his way to Japan. You know the funny part about him.
No, Michael, you should say our president is not James alone president. He's the president of Nigeria.
I want people on the man. Give me 10. Let me people on the man. But okay, James, our president. I heard. When it was announced by the executive mansion, I heard the outcry of the people. And then I was waiting to see if there was going to be a response. Maybe either a justification or an adjustment. One of the two. I hear nothing. All I hear, boom, they say, the president of the airport. Because when the president motorcade come in, they can start everybody for 1 hour. So this time when they know the president going, all commercial figures don't go in that era. So I just had a meeting with somebody the morning. The president couldn't make it to the meeting. Why? Because I say, my man, the president, I don't go in that era. But anyway, James, man, President Bota is on his way to Japan with his 50-man delegation.
Yeah, so this trip, the amount of people on the delegation has sparked reaction from Liberians, amongst Liberians rather. There are a lot of things people are saying, arguments from the opposition, and independent citizens have also questioned the president's decision on that. But what I think is that for me, when you look at it, is the problem is, I think, is based on what the Unity Party criticized before. I see no problem with the president taking such amount of people on his delegation to such business trip, because the Japanese expo it's a business investment trip where you go. There'll be several engagements on the sideline. You can have engagement about health, about the economy, about business and things. So I think the problem is two things. One, what did the Unity Party have to say about this? Former president, we are taking huge amount of people on his delegation to other trips. And then the second thing is about the sincerity of the outcome of the trip. Now, I'm just reading not too long when you talk about this, and then I saw that similar trip like this, and then President Obama in 2014, he took nearly over 90 persons with him on the trip. So that includes his staffs, the press corps, secret service agency, officers rather, and the other people are there, ministers and cabinet officials who are responsible or who are directly involved with what the trip is, about. So now, If the Unity Party had not criticized or called out the CDC about carrying about 50 persons or more or less than that on a trip, we wouldn't have had this noise about why is the president carrying such amount of people. You remember the issue about the private jet, right? It came
Yes.
up, and then President Weah rode private jet, and then the Unity Party, even President Baka, they criticized that. They said it was wrong, the country is suffering, there's no money, why would the president do that? And then they came to power now. You've seen President Baka doing the same thing. So for the president to ride a private jet, it's not a bad thing, because there can be a whole lot of hoarding and pulling, and the stress that comes along with taking one flight to another.
Yes.
So for a president of a state to ride a private jet is not a problem. When we criticize it before, and then you are there now, you start to do the same thing, then Liberians describe it as hypocrisy. So I think that's where the problem is. You criticize it, what did you say about this a few years ago? And what are you doing now? And the problem is, what will Liberia benefit from this trip? You take your ministers to go for the trip. What are they bringing back at the expense of the taxpayers' money? So if you're taking those people, at least there should be some benefit, some investment, or some level of at least exchange for Liberia that Liberians can celebrate that our president went to Japan and he's bringing back this. But if you go to the trip and then you don't come out with anything at all, you just come out with just the lectures and the different talks, the debate, then Liberians will question further, why did you go and take such amount of people there? So just to conclude, you're talking
Yeah.
about the response of the government. The information minister, some journalists spoke with him at the airport. The only justification he could give is that President Baka has not stayed out of the country for more than 50 days. How does that relate to the question about whether it is important or it was necessary for the president to take such amount of people on a trip? So again, instead of responding, like you say, instead of responding to the claims or the arguments of Liberians about the country is in a tight financial or economic situation, and then you're taking over 50 persons on a trip. So then how does it benefit Liberians? Then you jump from the question and start to hit at opposition, start to tell people, say the president has not gone on 50 days trip and so forth. How does that even answer the question? So yeah, so I mean, for me, I think I don't have problem with it, but the thing is, the Unity Party criticized it before, so that's where they have been caught in the web by Liberians, own judgment.
All right. Okay, people. So as we try to reconnect with our reporter in the field, as you know, he is in Tubmanburg this morning. The challenge when it comes to internet once you leave, even when you're in Monrovia, but we'll continue to work with him. I think I see him trying to reconnect again, and we should be able to bring him in and start some interviews right away. Sir, are you there? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, and I'm back.
Okay, can we talk to a few people?
Yes, so, can I flow?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, just before I can begin the interview, let me just describe this update. It's so sad because I traveled last night. I have a ride motorbike to enter Tubmanburg last year from Monrovia because I wanted to feel comfortable because I always feel that it is where the president travels to. The road conditions will be very, very, very much smooth and available to ride on. So I decided to ride motorbike to enter Tubmanburg from Monrovia, but sadly, what I experienced was not to my expectation. The roads are bad, very, very, very deplorable. Imagine for every 5-second drive, you have to ride in a beach. If a pregnant woman was being rushed with an ambulance from here to Monrovia, trust me, she would definitely give birth at the middle of the road. Or if there's an emergency for someone to just survive within a minute, and that person may be taken to Monrovia for an urgent surgery, they will definitely die on the road because the road is very bad. Even a pregnant woman is not comfortable riding in Texas before I was here on motorbike from a over the top of the city. And the Chinese company, the money companies ride on the very bad road at night with our people trucks damaging the road again. And sadly, this is the same road the president used. This is the same road the president used. And this is the same road the president press secretary cross in front of used to go to my country. And that was the super weekend. And there's no action taken to construct this very road. And that's what the streets are in as I go along with the interview now.
All right, thank you. Thank you. So audience out there, I hope you're hearing understanding that you've seen the market. So there's a lot of outside voices coming in. So I hope you can hear us clearly. As you go to the also being talking with a few marketers and marketeers out there. How things are going, where they are. You just talking about the great competition to come.
I do, Mama. Can you have a different conversation when you don't know about the business? So this is a tradition. Before we have someone on camera, we have to seek their knowledge. And before we can have the interview, say how to talk to them, tell them why I'm interviewing them. Then when they accept our case, I'll bring their own camera and talk to them.
Okay, sounds good. What we can do is that while you seek the consent, we can definitely mute, and then we'll move forward in the studio, and then once you get their consent and you're ready to bring them on, definitely unmute, and then we will allow you to go ahead and speak. Okay, so there we go. He's out there. It's tradition for us. We like to get people's consent before we bring them on camera. So he's going to speak with a few marketeers just to get their consent, and then we will have them. We'll engage in a conversation with them. The president's farm is in Bomi. The president is noted going to his farm on the weekends. And our reporter here is telling us that the road conditions that are deplorable. And not only that, but even in that deplorable state, the mining trucks continue to plow that route and make it even worse. I'm going to say, let me age myself. I don't know about you, but let me age myself. I remember when Nigerian president Ibrahim Babangida came to Liberia. I believe I was in junior high school at the time. And they were able to assist the Liberian government in creating that highway that ran from Monrovia to Bow Waterside. And it was named after him. I remember when Samuel Doe, that was Samuel Doe's good friend, President Samuel Doe, and he named it the Babangida Highway. And I remember going to Cape Mount on that road, man, and there was not a single bump. And today we hear that the road from into Bomi is just deplorable. Let me hear your take on that.
Manko, it is clear that when it comes to road construction, I don't know if we are making progress. I've seen some roads. It gets confusing sometimes, given the scenario that you are talking about. So I think it's the fact that we as a country have not been able to do well in maintaining roads that were in good condition before. Maintenance is a huge issue. I always cite the example of the road between the Valtown area and coming to Bomi Bridge. That place is always terrible, coming to the Jamaica Road area.
Yeah.
And even when I was in Liberia, when we even had the United Nations there, they will patch it, and then the rain will come, and then the potholes will develop again and over and over and over. So when this Unity Party government took over, I understand they have secured some funding and they were going to recondition the road 100% from the new
Hold
bridge.
on 1 second. I believe that Sir has somebody here.
All right. Yep, then breaking in.
Yes, please. All right, Sir, go ahead.
So welcome back, folks. We have this old lady here that is selling onion, soap, red oil, and some lock materials. He's going to speak to her on how is the business. How are you, Mama? How are you doing? What's her name? Mama, what about you? Looking at you more. You just feel busy, Mama. Let me try to. I like it. I didn't like it. So how is the market?
If you can be a little bit more audible.
How is the business to do?
Wow.
Marco, it's hard to hear them. Maybe Sai can talk to them, maybe 4, 5, if possible 10, and he can come in and summarize what they say. It will still give her a sense of how things are with them.
Okay. Yeah, the marketplace, right? Between the market and the internet challenge right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The noise from the marketers
Yeah.
and also the internet is causing us some problems. So I think we should do it that way. And so, Marco, I was saying, even the road going to the airport, I've been going like 2 years now. I mean, I'm told they're still building it. I see some trucks on the road, and sometimes I see some people. I mean, we as a country been building that road for over 4 years now, and the road cannot get done. You know, I don't know why such a major road. This is a road from our airport, our international airport, so we say, and it is even dark, completely dark. There are no lights on our road, and the president is passing through there. The previous president passed through there, and that is the road that we have. And you have a company now that is using the road, further damaging the road. What has been the discussion so far? All right, to maintain that road.
Yeah.
And to close, the whole idea, I heard Jim is saying that, well, for the president to travel with large delegation may not necessarily be the issue. And he said, but they criticized it before. So the fact that they are doing it, that's why making an issue. No, it is an issue to travel with large delegation when you don't have money. I really want to see a Liberian president who does not travel in at least the first 3 years of their presidency. And if they have to travel, they should go to Grand Cru. If they have to travel, they should go to Grand Bassa County. They should go to Nima County. For your first 3 years, do not travel outside of Liberia. You will save significant amount of money. The good thing is we have internet. Now, here is James in Monrovia. I'm here in the United States. We are seeing each other and we are having a conversation. And because of technology, our brothers and sisters on the radio, they are listening to us. Tell me, what difference will it make if President Waka schedule a meeting with an investor in Japan and they are in Zoom or StreamYard and they're having a conversation? What is wrong with that? You think it will not materialize? It will materialize. You know what happened? The president going to save our country the several thousands of dollars that's been spent on hotel, on plane ticket to discuss something. Usually that will not materialize. We have had a lot of, when the Ayrton and Bomi thing came about, it did not materialize. When we heard about the Bali Island project under President Buia, it did not materialize. I remember some Arab people came and, oh, where are we with that? Nowhere. So some of these things can be done on the phone, through virtual meeting online. You can accomplish a lot of things and save your country so much money. I mean, tell me that is not doable, Michael. And the reason why I want leaders to emphasize on that, I believe so strongly that if you put your horse in order, outsiders will respect you and they will want to do business with you. All right. And what I see is we are just begging. And when we get the money from begging, we don't use it for the internal purpose. And so if I were in a position to become president of Liberia, I can make this promise this much. I will not travel, if possible, in the first 4 years. I will not die. Do you know how many Liberians who are not traveling?
Yeah.
Ellen Johnson Sally was at the warehouse. She used to take bath there. We still have the road from the Rabat Airport to Monrovia in a deplorable condition, and there's no current.
Yeah.
So tell me, what have these travels done for us when we can't even have stable electricity?
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute there. Let's try to bring it back on. He's moved to another era. Let's see if that is much more audible. Okay. All right, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, I think this side is much quiet and it's empty. So we are running a beta ball session, and if you miss somebody and
Hey man, you had a meal
and
hungry.
the potatoes, so let's talk to them. I did, Mama. Okay, how are you, fine girl? Yeah, what's your name? How is it buying? It's been like this. The buying been like this. I mean, like it been happening frequently all the time. So they say West Bell job. I'm on West Bell. Yeah. 3,200 for there. And okay, that. So what could be your expectation? What is that message you want to send to the president?
How much was the price of the rice? How much is it now?
Someone is asking how much you used to buy it before during the previous administration. We are done. So now it's 3,200. Someone say the president can spend his weekend here. When the president is in the county, how can the business grow? How can the business grow? You need to put the money and be in the country.
I want to know whether it's today market day or how many days do they come to the market to sell?
So, how is today a market day here? Every Saturday. Only Saturday I come here. But during the week, the course of the week, I can say here. Every day market. See how you make it. Thank you for taking us. Now, what do you do? So we're gonna move next. Yeah, he said, yeah, man, what you say? Come on. We're gonna be no bad. Babulu, oh Babulu go Badu. So go Babulu. Well, still a special message to the first video from here, Katinu Baka, people here. What kind of message to send to talk to a husband to tear about you? But she watching us, she want to listen to you. Still a special message. Listen, let's say we're all. But school coming up here, are you prepared for children prepare to go to school already? So nothing, you don't start nothing. So where are you? You need Masalo. Okay, Mama, thank you. So I've taken the microphone already. So let's talk to them. They may have said the box of you will have a short interview with you. So I did you. How are you? How much is your brochure? Why are you doing the brochure? What about how is the buying?
The buying sometimes is good and sometimes is bad. We are already doing this relationship with buyer and customers, they always focus on food consumption. They want to keep the bill, they will have money instead of very food. So we spend more of the bill of our money on buying food compared to food. And we spend less money on buying food for food. During this time. So the buying is sometimes meaning that they have to go good. And the other day, you buy less from your equal, you appreciate it because the kind of level and the kind of situation environment is.
With the local things, this government and the previous government, overall, how can you rate the two governments?
Actually, in terms of rating government, I would say this government in terms of development, policy, way and the previous other infrastructure development, even human capacity.
That's what I was saying, that's doing justice because where your Bomi Road is deplorable. Why are you creating this government or rural connectivity infrastructure?
Yeah, they will say Bomi Road because they were the only people for me. I go further. I see beyond, I see other roads or community or towns or counties that were more deplorable than Bomi Road. And Bomi Road is not deplorable. The government is really different. That of the road connected to Maryland, from to Maryland now India understand that. Or NTA bus can leave from Borodra by 5 to 6 to reach Maryland, 10 o'clock. But then we are now easy to go. And the transportation fare at that time is to go to the party and now NTA can carry them. I see that the road is good, local road is good. So for our road is shorter, we know that in front is back. The government already cost minister and there is things to do more. Because the road form is not proceeding in a way that our economy will come. So for now, we heard that we get to
what is that message? That special message you want to send to President Tiffany Baka?
The message that I actually want to send to you is that in Liberia, you will know that people will be So as a leader, to listen to the critics, to take the sense, and leave it none. Because every given government there will be a critics. And in that critics, some people will criticize to say the right thing. And you as a leader, when you are a listening leader, you will also feel good about how you do it. Because when they criticize you, that this thing is not going up to season the way with it, you are now listening leader. You will learn from that. You will read it. You will say, oh, the thing of people say, about the key down, affecting the soul of everybody. Thing that's why I encourage you that we should listen to our critics and do it. And do
Now, today, we didn't trust dealing with what you're getting weapon. Young man, what is that message you can send to your fellow young people about this drugs? How can government deal with this drugs people in the country?
Yeah, the issue of the drugs. One thing I would love for the government to cut the drugs from the top to the low. Because the drugs is the government will feature on who are increasing and bringing in this drugs, don't have to travel out. Because the government will do that when they travel out, when they come in. Some the government will do that. But when you are just common business, then when you go to the core of this social, because you are being but the government will tell us the men are government will just let he be, but more especially he brings so they show our love for the government to fight the drug issue from the top to the low. And I would also love for the government to impose the LDEA to be forcibly imposed all ghettos and work alongside with the community right schools and the community to expose those people who are selling illegal substances to our community. I think if we fight them through that means, I think it will be better for us. Okay. Most of our young brothers and sisters, they are in drugs addiction and harming them is not good because they are killing the young, the youth, yeah, for the future tomorrow. Because if the youth, most of the youth now are now led by drug are killed them and Jesus or people who will take over from them. So we pray that and I think God will direct in that direction to actually help you with that wisdom, with the strength that includes the just say no to drugs. And we for English that we don't smoke, we don't drink. Only was what we was strap on himself. I say that the issue of drugs is not good. And that friend are taking drugs, look at time, I encourage them to talk to them. Don't take drugs. I will see as a young man who take in substances that are not helping, but you see your friend that you were supposed to be on the same path, but you see now instead or you people acting at the end you can say, oh bro, someone at your impact you say, bro, I need small thing.
Thank you so much. So your name again? Thank you so much, Evan Davis.
All
Okay,
right.
that
Okay. Why you move further away from the loud market interactions and find one or two other people to get consent from? We will continue with the discussion in studio. Okay.
okay.
All right. Okay. So we're talking concerning about the road to Bomi, and I was hoping I could get James' perspective on this. James, you guys do a lot of traveling up and down there, you know. I've since I've been coming back to the country quite recently. That means in the last 2 years, the times I've come back in the last 2 years, I haven't been that side. Usually I go up, you know, I take Kakata and go up country that way, or I go towards Basel. But have you been on the Bomi Road? What is your take on the Bomi Road?
So I have not personally been there, but I traveled there some part of I think this year. It was I think 2 or 3 months ago. But just recently, I think it was 2 weeks ago. One of our reporters visited the area just around the Pori Road to Bomisa.
Mm-hmm.
That intersection there is very deplorable. I can say that one I can say for sure because we have the video, and then he interacted with some of the commuters at that point, and then it's very bad for the fact that you have those mining companies in Bomi, the Western Cluster, the B Mountain around the Bapolo area. Those guys are there operating, taking the mineral resources, but they seem to be giving less than what they take to from our country, and is a bit discouraging and frustrating to see our lawmakers. Because I want to talk to the lawmakers because they are the ones who are there, and they have this the Western Alliance. I don't
Yeah.
know how they have engaged the people. I don't know what their agreement is, but what I think is that they are being too reluctant in terms of pushing the company to do more for the people, because that route is a major economic route. Apart from just traveling regularly, but people transport goods and goods to come to Monrovia. So people bring goods from Bapolu, even come from Sierra Leone to come using Nasa. So then, if they come using that road, it brings a different picture to those who are coming from outside the country to our country. And also, what it does is that it increases the burden on the people, because a driver will not charge less fee for a road that is so deplorable that he will have to go to the garage after one trip.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like you listen to one of the marketers not too long. She said that the motorbike riders and the drivers are charging exorbitantly because the condition of the road in that area is bad. So, assuming that the road is fixed and then everything is smooth, right? You would not have
Yeah.
market people to complain. They will make more profit, and then the drivers will make more profit, and everything at least will be at a minimum level. Then people can live their life. But when you are supposed to make certain amount of money, for example, $500 for your business,
Yeah.
and then after profit you taking it, you got to add it up to a transportation fare that is being increased. You know what it does? It deprives your children from going to school. It deprives you from eating or providing food for your family. It deprives you from even having sufficient money to increase your business. So I don't know what the government is thinking, but I heard that they have a plan to extend the Freeport to Port Royal Road, road to 4 lanes, and then they have already stopped around the Logantown Cinnamon Belt. But Liberians really look forward to seeing the extension of that road to as far as Tottenham Bread, so that when they come in, they bring in their goods and things, they will not have problem. And then the taxi drivers too will now have to increase the fares, at least to put further financial burden on the people. But in absence of that, and like Sir said, just to conclude,
Yeah.
if that place is the home of the first lady, and the president goes there every weekend reportedly to rest or to relax, then it brings a different picture of how swiftly he's trying to solve the problem, because you can't be there every weekend, then the place still looking bad at that. Then I mean, I know what you really feel the anger or the pain of the people. Yeah, so for me, I think it's bad, in the government needs to act swiftly, or before they at least the 10 year, let something be done at least significantly on that road, that people will be able to at least carry their goods.
All right. Okay. So if you're just joining us, this is Focus on Liberia, and we're in collaboration with Kear Radio FM 95.9. And today we have been talking with people in Bomi County, Tubmanburg Market. Today is Saturday, and they have Saturday market. And they've been talking about. We've heard both sides. We've heard people who have encouraged the president to continue to do more, not to listen too much to the noise. We've also heard marketers talk about their struggles when it comes to navigating the road to bring their goods to the market, as well as the lack of purchasing that's going on at the market. Mind you, this market is a once a week market. It's every Saturday. And so if you come Saturday, you expect to sell your goods because it's one day. And if you are not doing that, and it's taking you several weeks, that's challenging. We did hear from a marketer that talked about the difficulty it will be putting her children in school because her market is not going. So there you have it. Those are some of the challenges as we wait for our correspondent in the field, Sir, to get back to us with more interviews. We'll continue the conversation here in studio. So one of our viewers posted this. Ali Kamara, he said that $3,200 bag of rice is about $14.50. I'm not sure what his calculation is. Usually I use 200 because the rate is very close to 200 and fluctuates back and forth.
It's 200 now. 200.
Yeah,
it is 200. $1,000 for $5 US.
Yes, exactly. And that is in Monrovia. And,
Sure.
and I'm quite aware that as you leave Monrovia and go further, the rate climbs because the
Definitely.
access to US dollar there, changes. So I won't be surprised if in Bomi the rate is even a little bit higher than that. But anyway, Adi here is saying that even if we do it at 200, it's $16 a bag as a price of rice. I think what Ali is missing here is the price of rice is not just affected when it comes to the price of the bag of rice, but also the U.S. rate. And if you are dealing with a U.S. rate at 150 or 160, that price of rice drops significantly. And if the U.S. rate goes above 200, the price of rice rises significantly. And as we know, we have a central bank that's headed by Samoa. Henry Samoa, yes, and his bank of his group of governors, and one of their tasks is to make sure that they stable the economy. But we'll continue to see the economy rise. Anthony, I mean, this is something that Liberia has struggled with for a long time. What is your take? Do you just think we can't stabilize the economy? And will always be slaves to the rising U.S. rate?
Yeah, we will continue to remain slave to the rising U.S. rate.
Hold on one second. I think our correspondent might have. Can we bring him on? Okay, so are you there?
So welcome back. Again, we are still in Bomi County talking to the marketers. How are you, man? You are. How are these selling? Farming orange. I said, are they buying? On the new government, people said everything okay, everything fine. They said buy penny hammer. Now, yeah, the president can every weekend he can spend a weekend. They said, yeah. No buying. But what is that one message you want to send to President Baka for him to change things? What do you want to say to him? But the person raspberry at 3,200. He ordered that. Anything how much?
But sir, I want to know how many times people buy from her since you started business today. How many times did people buy from her?
So since today you start selling, how many percent are buy from you? And nobody asking him for the orange or nothing.
So if they don't buy your orange, what do you do with it?
And they get company here in the country. They think how like that. Hey, Oma.
If you don't buy your market, what do you do with it?
Okay, Mama, thank you. Okay, what are you doing, huh? Thank you.
Sir, if they don't buy the
So
market,
now,
what does she do with
can we
it?
speak to you too, ma'am? Can we speak to you? So what you selling? I want to rest up. Three two. But I think the press over to drive to now because internet raspberry at 2,000 a month. They buying wholesale or just one. But I mean the press okay. I mean the press okay. So what can you say to President Baka? For your hard armor, they government and the other government. I will working part of friend. President Baka working for now. So now I'm working. Okay. How about the rope in the country? 1,400 right there. Okay, Mama, thank you. So,
And the amount that she called for transportation, does that include the transportation for her market, the goods that she's buying?
Absolutely not. That's just for herself. I think
Okay.
when she have her own goods, there will be additional fare on the goods.
Yes, sir. And I think we should only ask them questions. Let's forget about the president, how things were last government, this government. Let them tell us how things are. All right, Michael, what you
Yeah,
think?
so Anthony brought up a very good point because if the bag of rare is 3,200 and you gotta pay, an exorbitant amount to bring the rest to a market, all that is increasing the price of rice dramatically.
So if you look at it, Michael, so if they're buying the rice for the amount mentioned in Morovia and the marketer is going to pay $700 for his or her own transportation, that excludes the transportation cost for the goods or for the bag of rice. So now they need to add that transportation cost for the rice and for the business person on the rice, because that is how they'll make profit.
Yeah.
So that's why it is obvious that things are a little cheaper in Morovia than in the counties.
Yeah.
Because most of them, not all of them, are getting these essential items from Morovia, like rice, right? So we now know that the rice is more expensive in Morovia than, less expensive. Less expensive in Morovia and more expensive in the counties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's obvious why people are having a hard time, making a living, in Liberia. So it brings us to the whole idea of the rice. How many person importing rice? I know there's no monopoly anymore. Where we're getting the rice from? Is the rice being subsidized? I understand during CDC time there was a $11 million subsidy provided by the government, and then we got to know that money was budgeted, but the money was not turned over to the importers. As a result, there was a significant increase in the cost of rice. So the burden at the time have fallen on the consumers. Is that's the same situation today. Because if somebody who is in Bomi, probably not working, is spending maybe $10 more for a cup of rice than somebody who is in Moravia, then we have a problem. Then another thing we can do is that, okay, if an importer is selling in Moravia, can we make the importer to establish maybe a distribution center in Bomi, for example, so that more than likely the buyer in Bomi can buy it at the same rate as it's being purchased in Moravia? Can we do that? So it's a matter of the government paying attention to these things and trying to work with the business people to see how they can ease the conditions. But from my experience, many of these people, they just go to their offices, they sit there, and they actually are not thinking. They are not thinking. So at the end of the day, the ordinary people, will have to take the burden, and that is why that is causing the economic hardship in Liberia. Aliu Kamara is posting here that the Bomi Road project start next month. Funding is secure. That we were told that funding was secure for the road between, Gabriel Tucker Bridge all the way to Boma Bridge. Aliu, I just from Liberia. I came last Sunday. All right. The piece of work that I saw being done, I think from the FPRC way there, coming to Jamaica Road. From Jamaica Road going to what you call Lokintown Cinema, it's still the same broken road going to Douala, And when they started that project, Michael, I was excited about it because where I have my own little space is in Broadville, and when I go in through Douala, I want to have easiest access. But when I went home, it was basically about the same. How could they secure the funding to recondition this road? According to the Public Works Minister, he made a spectacle about it. There was so many, even I was so excited. So when I got in Liberia, I was of the impression that the work is done, or at least it will reach to Douala or to a farm. But that is not the case. No, it has not completely. I did not see any signs of work going on whatsoever. The funding has been secure according to them. Now Aliu is telling us Bomi Road funding being secure. Do you know how long we're told that the funding for the RIA road has been secure? That work continues. It's on a slow pace, and we don't even have lights on that road. I'm not beating on any specific government, but all of our government combined, they have been a complete disservice to us, and they have to do better. Why do we now treat the RIA road as an emergency? Why are we not even treating the road from Freeport going to St. Paul Bridge as an emergency? We have the Freeport right there. They call it the gateway to the nation's economy. And they believe that we raise so much revenue through the port there than any other place. And this is a place, there's no emergency. There's no urgency as to how the work get done. Who are the people they are giving these contracts? On the RIA road, for example, I have seen people holding shovels, constructing road. Michael, in the name of God, help me here. How can you hold a shovel to build a road? And you think that you're going to get the road done when the road should have been done some 5 years ago? Yeah. This is our international airport we're talking about. I see a lot of solar panel lights around the president resident. That place, the place, I always pass in there. All right. But what's the international airport? The president will be coming home in the night. The place is dark. I drove through that place. It's terrible. So if the road cannot get done because maybe you hire or contractor a terrible company that does not have the capacity to construct a road in a very fast manner, then at least put light there. Let the place not be that. Since this place is bad, let have light so that people can see and drive with care. But that is not the case. CDC promised us that they were going to put solar panel light from the RIA all the way to Nicrutan going to St. Paul Bridge. That was a lie. It never got done. You understand? Yeah. So I come back to my original point. These travels from our leaders, they should stop it. These travels are not adding anything. What you can do when you travel, you can do it by sitting in your country through virtual meeting, through phone calls. You can also get it accomplished. We have to be smart. We already don't have money. If we have money, maybe some of these works will be done faster than the way they're being done right now. The whole issue is money. The Bomi Road we're talking about, That's money. When they say they secure the funds, what are you talking about? Maybe somebody borrow us money or they backing somebody. That's what he's talking about. How can you secure the funding and then the work is not in swing right now? But again, that's where we are.
That's a good question. That's a very good question right now.
Yeah.
How can we secure the funds?
Yeah.
You say the funding is secure.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is easy, but others have done it. Others are doing it. Why, when it comes to us, we give all the excuses in the world, and it's just unbelievable that we are on this pace.
Yeah, and I mean, look, this is how I look at things. You know, I hear from one individual that funding is secure. The work is about to start. The government that I know, the government are hungry for recognition. Funding will be secure. It's about to start. It will be secret. I believe that in that, man. Maybe they're hustling for funding. Maybe funding has been promised because you know, secure. The word secure can mean plenty to plenty people. You know. So maybe I can come to you and say, "Oh, Anthony, I beg you, man, credit me $100. You say, "Okay, come Monday, you'll get $100." I can leave from there. I say, "Funding is secure." You know, I can say funding is secure, but I don't have the $100 in my pocket. I still waiting for Monday. You know, and it's still not. I must say it's secure. But I'm not looking at Anthony pocket. Maybe I go that Monday. Anthony said, "My man, the thing I myself was expecting an account. So you got to wait till Wednesday." But I was still saying funding is secure because Anthony promised me. When Anthony promised me, then funding is secure. So the thing is, my frustration, and James, soon we can go to the lines here. In the next 5 minutes, we can go to the lines and hear from our people. My frustration is funding secure has never been an issue for us. We've always been able to find some kind of way to get money to do the things we want to do. The question has always been, one, how do we execute those things? And two, how do we maintain them? Those have been the frustrations for me. So funding secure does not ease my frustration. Have they gone? So one of the questions I asked before was there are mining trucks plowing that road. So if you take the funding secure and you secure the funding and you come and you quota the road, how long will that quota last? If you got heavy trucks on that road every night, how long will it last? It will not last about one season, maybe two, and we'll be right back to square one. So have we solved that issue? Have we looked at the road and said, what spoiled the road? So, well, one of the things that really spoiled the road is the heavy mining trucks on the road every night. Okay, so we've identified an issue. Before we pour money into the road, can we solve that issue? Are we still going to have mining trucks on the road? Can we find another alternative to move the ore from the mines, and ready for shipment or to Monrovia? Are we going to still use?
I don't want to cut you off.
No,
right?
go right ahead.
The idea of yellow machine actually have made sense to me, except that I think it was not properly thought through and the rush to it. But the idea is brilliant. I think I really like it. So I remember some of those yellow machines, where they be taken from the Freeport, where they driving them through the streets in Monrovia. They are now see people along the street celebrating. So the question is, where are these yellow machines now? Some might be on some roads in some places, but we are talking about the Bomi Road. We heard the marketers all talking about it. So why is at least one or two of those yellow machines not on that road, trying to ensure that the road is in better condition? The same can be said about community roads in Monrovia in particular. In the Dupo Road area, we got those roads there. If they put a yellow machine, fill the potholes, and greater those places, it will ease condition. It will make movement much more better. I think someone told me the yellow machines are the what they can suffering barrack. They are there. Did we actually bring them to keep them there or to put them on the road? I want to see those yellow machines on the road. We have so many barrels. I don't know if we have even trained people already. And now Aliu comes and said, well, the government is paying salary consistently. Well, how is that the measure of the government success? Are the people where they shouldn't get paid? So when the people taking pay, that means the government is succeeding?
Yeah, well, now Ali is saying that we shouldn't forget that we're in a rainy season, But this is the same rainy season that the government went to, the president went to Grand G there, and the road there is being maintained, Okay, all right. So,
Okay, that's a welcome back. We are here still. So, how are you? What's up, Wally? Bomi? Tell us, you see anything in the market? Okay, so how is the market? What are you observing? So how the whole economy, how the government, how's the economy? Between where they come to? What do you do? What are those things you do? So what message you want to send to the president? From Monrovia. You see that name again? So we are still in the market talking to the citizens. We're still having the interactions here. Most of them are pleased to the national government. It's about the road commission. We are asking the president to see reasons to have the road constructed because it's actually disturbing them in their market. Again, we're going to go backstage as we continue to talk to the citizens here of Saturday Market in Bomi County.
all right, sounds good. Let's see if we can interview one more person because we are almost out of time. We also want to bring people. We want to get a few calls. So, sir, we'll pause you for a little bit. James, if you could announce the numbers, so let's see if we can bring people on. As we've talked about the president's trip, the president's delegation. We know officially it is 23 officials, government officials. When you add the president bodyguard security, you add his domestic servants, you add his secretaries, and the other people that moves with the president. Some people have taken the number as high as 50 that is being flown into Japan for 1 week. Okay. So with that being said, let's see if we can announce the numbers and we can get a few calls here.
Okay, the numbers are 07779599959, 07779599959, 0881871670, 0881871670, 07779599959, 0777959 0881 871 670 are the numbers to call. Let's hear from you on this edition of the program. Focus on Liberia. We're talking about different issues that matter. We talk about the president's trip, and we also talk about the road condition. We have also spoken with some marketers about the state of business affairs for them in that part of the country in Bomi County. So let's hear from you. 0777959 959 0881 871 670. Let's hear from you on the program.
Okay.
So let's go along as the calls coming. I will take them.
Okay, sounds good. So there you have it. We've been interviewing people in the Tubman Bird Market on Saturday. As you know, Saturday is our market day. It's the most active time. This is where the president spends his weekends. This is where his wife is from and where he has his farm. And when the president the president carry his office with him. So when the president is in Tubman Bird, and not one person, not two person, not three person. The whole presidential office is there. The EPS is there.
Got someone in line?
Okay, go right ahead.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
The name and where do you join us from?
To all. My name is Sekou Tuvana in the community. Thank you for this program. At least you can make our week and busy. But let me say this to you, sir.
Okay.
I hear from your panelists talking about the government is hungry. Yeah, the government is hungry. Talking about yellow missing the rural condition. Everything agree. We now can mean rosy. It was hard. That's why they changed the past government. And I want the President Baga not magician. So say everything the thing why is 4 in the 6 years. Then the memo can't trade on one and other. But you see to the progress, you hear from the marketeers. The rest of not joy we will not even see it when another about buying. Now someone there are mentioning I say we're buying it in 2,800. But the talk about that you see President Baga magician. But wait, let me say this. That's why we are the problem what they gave to the papier. Liberia President we are inherited for Ellie. And Liberia was President Baga inherited for Joe. But now we go for. But contrary, another you talking about that people will use to sit on platform like this. They judge you that they will take in free money. So they get to sit down on the radio and talk. Once they know that without they know what they got. The yellow machine so on to that. Who are those that save on a yellow machine? And now they see for nothing over the time. The guy was
okay, thank you so kindly.
Now nothing for the country. They say the government the president have 2 proper channels to build a yellow machine.
Okay.
Oh, if we in the country, we don't know what is good for. They draw where investment that they do here, lose some money, second money. At least today, everything is going smaller, but not by much in their mouth to say President Waka is my Jesus.
Okay.
One is says more, sell more.
Thank you so kindly. Let's see another person. Thank you. 0777959 0777959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670. Call us. Let's hear from you on the program. Focus on Liberia. It's a collaboration between Focus on Liberia and Kear Radio. Who's here? Good evening. Welcome.
Hello.
Your live. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is calling from Mount Barkley.
Okay, go ahead from Mount Barkley all the way there. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you for your discussion. Topic on discussion.
Mm-hmm.
The government, the rescue government, are came to power. They say to rescue the Liberian people. President, we are living power. The rest price was $3,350. You getting me? When rescue get power, it raised to 4,000, 5,000. If recently when the rest price start going down, it not mean nothing. Or the rest price stay high up next. So that people caller was say, and the rest price 2,000. Where they selling rest 2,800 in Montreal, living in my back there. Where they selling rest 2,000? Some Obama, some people they say large people need to count in power. I And the same line is continuing to be line to elaborate. That Bomi Road is deployable. The key in general message the key to pay road. That a farm road is deployable. Then why rescue elaborate? Only key to rescue is only parking official. Then in nothing more than 50 people to Japan. You're in the market there. You know, buying nothing, money very hard to buy. And they just say, it's improving. Nothing is free, yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So currently 077 959 959 077 959 959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670. Let's hear from you on the program.
All right, so we'll see if we can bring Sa on. Sa has he stepped away, just so he can make his conclusion as we come to the end of the program here.
Another person is here. Good evening, welcome.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon. Your name and where do you come from?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I just tuned to the station. I don't know which of the station is this.
This is Kear Radio 95.9.
Oh, opposite the BTC barrier, right?
Of course. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think my beginning Obese Sebastian Jiba is the manager there. I want to believe so.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the very important topic. John D. Tamba is my name, and I'm fooling for around the St. Paul River this afternoon.
Okay.
Look, I mean, look, the platform is very good. All right? But, you know, when you come to the platform, some of all, we used to calling on show. We start calling on so many shows in this country. And this station just coming, and some of all want to be part of the calling on this show. Okay. But, you know, when we come to the platform, we should come with sincerity. Under no day, I listened to the caller that just dropped the line. He says, and I quote, when President Baka took over, the rest was $3,350. It is laugh on the belly of the devil. The rest then $3,500. President Baka time rest had never gone to 4,000. No day we follow current event. So when you come to the platform, come with sincerity. Today, he said the rest price is now 2,800. Come to 12 farm. Do you know 12 farm? Are you listening?
Yeah, listening.
Right before Amlata gas station, between Amlata and that of the Habes supermarket, is 2,800 there now. Come there. Say you're looking for rest, you can buy for 2,800. Come to 12 farm right now. The rest is there. Some kind of red light. Make sure you ever give me red light because private the play to be too far for you. Go to red light. Ask for ages 2. The rest is 2,800. You let the man back and go to red light. You come to the platform, come with sincerity. Under your regime, we saw people hanging on fence. So look for proper rights. At the side of the road, 5,000 are there.
Okay.
You're hanging on the fence to buy time to get a better rights.
Thank you.
When you talk about it, 1 year, 6 months time, you're buying gasoline for sale. Gasoline went to 2,005. Today, government has gasoline in country sufficiently, and you can do that. You come to the platform with sincerity.
All right.
Something taking place. All right, we destroy this country. You jeopardize every system that was built by Madam Sali.
Thank you. Let's take another
person. You come
person.
to the platform, you come with sincerity, talk about let's go to 4,000 under this government.
Okay.
What kind of lie is this?
Let's take another person. Good evening, welcome.
Yeah. I'm managing to come one more time again. No,
mommy, no.
No. Okay, keep going. You know what? Let's hold off. Let's hold off, please. I'm begging. The two people are going to be on. We'll show you going back and forth. I'm begging to it there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
we
want different questions.
You got somebody else?
Yeah. Zero. Let's see who's here. Welcome. Good evening.
Hello.
Your life, please go ahead. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Oh, you know, and also the new.
Your name and where do you call from, please?
It's lie. I'm calling from Do Community. The new.
No, but we gotta take another person, please. We can take you over and over, please. 077 959 959 077 959 959 0881 871 67. The minute one tell I'll play the debate.
Yeah. Wow.
Zero
Oh,
triple
but
seven
you
nine
Liberians
five
are
nine nine
passionate.
five nine. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
so
it's
the
good to
person is
have a
here.
mixture of people.
Welcome. Good
Hello?
afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome. Your live. Please go ahead.
My name is Alfonso Neiman Jr. I'm calling from Banja.
Okay, please go ahead, Alfonso.
Yeah, so I tell you thank you for the platform. I want to tell the manager thank you and help God lift you up more.
Okay.
You see, when it comes to team prices, we all more we see it. I the previous caller just said about rice 2,800 red 12. I'm on the traffic. I'm a pirate. I just carry a lady there. She bought 5 bags of bread. I tie on my bike and carry her straight to Bomi packing. Carrying the Bomi. Are you even gasoline now? You go Point 4 Junction. You buy your gallon of gas for $730 LD. So if we criticize, they criticize on the right thing. If we praise and they talk the truth, and then and so our country can move forward.
Okay.
Under the previous government, which myself I voted for at that time. Before how we're buying reference, the left rest here for 3,500. Before the government now, we see rest for 2,800, 2,850. So they shouldn't come there because it's usually they are reaction, sedition, or whosoever, and get criticized everything that's going on. No country can be built in 1 year, 6 months.
Okay. I think it's money units right out there. But we can take, I think, 2 more calls, right, to squeeze in.
Let's squeeze in one more because we got to go back to our correspondent to close.
Okay.
So let's squeeze in one more call.
Yeah. Okay, if we can get one call, we'll get it quickly. 07779599959, 07779599959, 0881871670. Let's hear from you on the program Focus on Liberia. This is a collaboration between Focus on Liberia and Kear Radio 95.9. My name is James Walkway. Who's here? Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Paulo. How are you?
I'm fine. Name, where do you join us from?
My name is Haji Tuno. I join you from Johnson 10 Point.
Okay, please go ahead.
Thank God. Thank you for the show this afternoon.
Okay.
You know, my brother, all we are citizens, let's talk to. And you know what I'm saying? Let's go from here. Whether you reaction or you sedition, you wettition, when you are in the country, whether you whosoever, you say this, you're in the country, the government now for unity party, enough for no other person. Therefore, we are citizens. And you know what I'm saying? And the good thing go in the country will all benefit it. And you know what I'm saying, brother? Let's tell the truth. The people caller was talking about the respect is true. So anyway, you can find a rest as I'm speaking to you now to Joseph the 10 Point. There's a full child that I pay are working there. They say we're 2,800, now 50, so 800. And you know what I'm saying? But we thank God, thank you, because we can see it. And you know what I'm saying? The previous government was in power to even see it used to be hard. But now we can see it. We thank God, thank you for allowing us to prove that the government to grow. Everyone all will enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, James. Thanks to our callers out there. You guys make the show vibrant, and we're always excited to hear from you. We notice the back and forth. Everybody is so passionate.
Yeah.
Everybody is so passionate, and everybody talking the truth. Everybody talking the Godfair truth. I want that level. Everybody can say that they don't want talking the Godfair truth. But let's bring our correspondent on. He stepped away from the market. Sir, I want to hear your closing as we have 3-4 minutes left on the show. Are you there, sir? Are you getting me?
All right. I want to say many thanks to everyone that joined us from Radio Land.
We are hearing you. Go ahead.
In the morning, in the evening.
Okay, so he stepped away from the market, but you know, so now the market can come to you.
Yeah, definitely.
The market can come, you have people passing by, and there's this thing never used to be like that before, James, but people have the loudspeaker that they use, and they got pre-recorded on it, and I think it's so loud, and they will just play. So hopefully we can bring Sar back. But while we stand by and wait for Sar to do his closing, I can definitely tell our audience out there it's been a great show. It's been a great fun time interacting with you all, interacting with the marketeers there in Bomi, Todmanburg. Hopefully, we'll be able to expand to other areas. Stick with us. We are here every Saturday, 2 p.m. And the show goes from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And so we are here, and we want to bring you the very best. So please focus on Africa in collaboration with Kear Radio FM 95.9. So we'll continue to bring you that. Sir, are you able to join us once more? We are coming up to 4 o'clock. Is it possible?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's a great working here today in Bomi County. And I want to say thanks to everyone from the radio lane that joined us, that follow us via the YouTube page and our Facebook. I want to say thank you very much for joining us, and I appreciate everybody. Again, I'm Sir Augustine Mario Jr.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Well, James, we'll turn it back over to you. Thank you for an interesting show, man. We really appreciate you as we close on this side, okay?
Okay, thank you. And thanks to our listeners. Thanks to all those who put you the calls. But Thursday we'll be back here, and Saturday again we'll be back here with another fascinating edition of the program. Focus on Liberia, or collaboration between Focus on Liberia and Kear Radio 95.9. My name is James Walkway. Bye-bye from my end.
We are Liberia.
Don't turn that down. You are listening to Kear Radio 95.9.